Praise God and amen. Hello, everyone. I am Jamila Naila, and I am live. Yes, I did this before about a week or two ago, and so I decided, hey, why not come back on and do it again? It was fun, and I actually have been trying to get on here since last week. Was it last? It was the week after Labor Day weekend, that weekend, because I don't know if you all heard the big to do about TD Jake's daughter, Sarah Robert Jakes, or Sarah Jakes Roberts. I'm not sure what her name is. Let me look that up so I can be specific. Sarah Jakes. Yes, Sarah Jakes Roberts. That is TD Jake's daughter. And so what happened was she had a conference, Woman Evolved. Um, and I think this is something that she's been doing now for a few years. But this year is the first time I've heard of it. Woman Evolve 2025. And so let's see, what is the history of this conference? Because I knew her, of course, you know her father, but I had no idea about this conference. And this year in 2025, it was held in Atlanta from July 31st to August the 2nd. And they had over 20,000 attendees. And so but the main thing that was the headline was that she did Boots on the Ground. And for those of you who aren't familiar with that song, although you would have to be living under a rock at this point to not have heard of the song Boots on the Ground, where the fans at, and it's a line dance that goes along with it. But it's secular to put it mildly. It is a pretty tame song, but it is secular. And so the big hoorah and to do was that she had this song featured prominently on her during her Woman Evolve event conference. And some people, there's this one pastor in particular who took issue with that and actually spoke about it that following Sunday out of the pulpit. And so I just wanted to get on here and share what he had to say, give you my take on it, my opinion, because just like everyone else, I have an opinion on it. And, you all get in the chat or in the comments and tell me what you think about it. And if you feel as though it was not the time or the place for that type of song, music, the atmosphere, event. And I apologize. When I come on here live in the future, I need to plan this out more because I'm trying to just really get my light right. But looks like light looks good to me. So I want to play a portion of what I saw on TikTok of her and the song. There we go. And the stage and the dancing around and the boots on the ground song. And it was just amazing. It was something. So and I'm not sure if this takes place in an actual church or not. Let's see. Location, Woman Evolve 2025. Look, I was at the State Farm Arena, so it wasn't at a church, but it was done, to glorify God, I'm assuming. Let me take a look and actually read this, because there's no need for me to make assumptions when I can give you what it says right here in the Q&A. So let me go ahead and share the screen with you all so you can see what I see as well. Let's see. Okay. So this is the As you can see, it says Sarah Jakes at Woman Evolve 2025, dancing with the audience to boots on the ground. The church has to do better, this person says. So here goes a little snippet of it. And let's see. Where? Oh, here it is. Okay. So that is what everyone is, feeling some type of way about. They are feeling that that was inappropriate for the event. And so let me just read right here exactly what Woman Evolved is. So let's see. Let's see. Stop screen sharing. So let me add this one too. Okay, so here is the Q, the A's for the Q's for the 2025 Woman Evolved. What are the prohibited items? What are the parking options? What should I know? What is the winner's circle? Access, payment and methods. Will the conference be streamed? Where will it be located? Registration levels. Wow, how much does it cost? I'd like to know. What should I know about the payment methods? What is registration? What are the park? Let's see. Okay, so that doesn't have prices. Registration levels for bestie, inner circle, homegirl, and friend. Okay. And I think I heard somewhere that she made about 26 million off of this, which is a pretty penny, if I do say so. That is a lot of money, a lot of money, a lot of money. But I'm not finding actually how much. Let's see the deets. Let's go there. Line up travel. Register for overflow. Huh. So 2025. All sales are final. Limited quality. So it doesn't have the price, it's no longer there. But I'm sure I can Google how much to attend Woman Evolve conference. Oh, $15. That's not bad. But anyway, people were not pleased that she was doing the boots on the ground at that event. And so this is what one pastor had to say. He did not like it. He had a lot to say. So let me pull him up and we can get into his opinion of what he had to say. So here it is.
I've never seen days like we're seeing now. The things that are happening in the world, they are making their way into the church. And I'm talking about making their way into church services. large conferences and conference, women evolve conference. All them women in there. And I don't know if evolve is a good thing. Because when last time I heard that word used, when Bishop T.D. Jakes was using it, he said he was evolving on the subject of homosexuality. Now, evolving from where to what? Because as far as the born again believer is concerned, that issue settled. That's settled. Well, Bishop, it was settled with me until one of my nieces or my son or my daughter or my loved one became like that. And I just have some questions. That's because you stopped getting your morality from the word and you begin to get your morality from biology. See, you're letting kin affect you. You know how many people have gone to hell through following kinfolk and family? Why do you think Jesus says, now you got to love me more than father, mother, sister, brother, wife, children? Then he says, yea, and your own life also. And he says, if you can't do it, then fine, but you can't be my disciple. See, what these people are trying to do, they're trying to love these people more than they love Christ and still claim to be true disciples. And
Now, I didn't, this is my first time seeing this part, but the part that I did see, I'm going to try to skip to it, is where he read the actual lyrics to the song that I had never paid attention to
then they go
before.
with the whatever.
Oh, okay, here it is right
In the
here.
building. See, what these people are trying to do, they're trying to love these people more than they love Christ and still claim to be true disciples. And will fool you. And there you go paying registration. Down there at the heathen gathering. And everybody's standing up there practicing in a church gathering. Boots on the ground. Lord have mercy. Alive in the building. I'll dance by D self. Huh? You ready? Where them fans at? You know, back when I was in school, they would say you're behind the act because you're not supposed to. Where are the fans? Where are them fans at? Where are them fans at? Where are them fans at? Hit me one more time. Then they go with the whatever. I got my boots on the ground. I got my boots on the ground. Where are them fans at? Get up out of your seat. Let your body move. Cowboys and cowgirls, they're feeling the groove. Slipping on moonshine.
Ooh.
Fire barrel rolling. I'ma get behind that thing, girl. Then hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Now, look at this. I'm skipping. And I'm going to continue with this, but hey, I hope you got good knees. Cause we're gonna get it up. Everybody's dancing to that juke joint love.
All righty. So enough of that. You all get the point, but yeah, that just listening to the lyrics alone, I know for a fact that does not glorify God. And prior to me doing this live and actually digging deep into, where this conference took place, and then I also wanted to read like the mission statement. What is the purpose of the Woman Evolve Conference? And so let's see. What is her mission statement? Like, what does she hope to um if I go to one of these conferences, what can I take away from it? And so let's see. Girl Evolve is a transformative experience designed to equip, inspire young girls. Okay, that's the young girls, but let's see what the Woman Evolve says. We're headed to the A. That's right. Delegation for the first time ever. The Woman Evolve Conference will be held in Atlanta, Georgia. So grab your bestie or make it a solo self-care trip. Join Sarah Jakes Roberts plus guests for an unforgettable 3-day event filled with powerful speakers, life-changing worship, and a global community of sisters ready to evolve. And so I wonder if it goes into detail about the type of evolution you will experience. Um, the over. Okay, so they were sold out. They had an overflow. So a lot of people. Okay, here's the prices. I was looking for this earlier. A friend, $200. Oh, no wonder she made millions off of this. Wow. Okay. So apparently you're gonna be evolved. But I didn't see anywhere specifically where it is saying that, it is the emphasis is on rebirth in the Lord, that type of evolution. But with her being TD Jake's daughter, I guess it's okay to naturally assume that it is meant to glorify God. But again, when you make assumptions, we all know what that means. And obviously, with that boots on the ground, and from what I'm hearing, several of the guests were not what some would deem where they thought they should be on their spiritual walk with God to be leading an evolution of any kind for God with other women. Now, my thoughts on this is I definitely do not agree that boots on the ground should be played at a church, with a church, or in reference to glorifying God. God is nowhere in boots on the ground in the song, the dance, or anything. And prior to me seeing this video with this pastor, or he's a bishop rather, I had never really paid attention to the lyrics. Those lyrics that he just read, I had never heard them at all. I heard "Whoa, whoa, whoa," boots on the ground, where them fans at. Anything outside of that, I had no idea what that song was talking about. I thought it was just boots on the ground and cowboys and riding. I did not know about the moonshine. I wasn't paying attention. Now that it's been brought to my attention, and I don't proclaim to be the holiest of holy and just, this perfect Christian. Every day I struggle with my walk with God. I try every day to, just be there with the Lord. And I'm not even to the point where I am willing to let go of some things that I know I should not be doing. I do it anyway. I'm weak in the flesh that way. That's just me being honest. I don't want anyone to think that, I have room to judge. I don't. I don't have a heaven or a hell to put anyone. But with what I know and where I am on my journey, I personally would not feel comfortable at any event that was meant to glorify God, and then at the same time I'm going to turn around and dance to boots on the ground and flick a fan. It just wouldn't go together. My spirit would not sit well. And I can relate this to an event I went to. It was earlier part of this year, and it was actually it was, I guess, on the church grounds. The area that it was in is like a banquet hall, or where they would serve food or whatever. So it wasn't specifically in the church. But I was there, and they were playing, they had a live band, and they were playing blues and everything. And then towards the end, when people were leaving and people were, they were cleaning up, and they had the DJ, I guess, was playing songs or to that effect. But they started playing Two Shorts, Blow the Whistle. Now, if you know that song, you know it's not a song that should be played at church, around church, affiliated with church, on the church grounds, or whatever. But it was getting played, and it caught me by surprise because I know the song. Don't ask me how I know, but I know the song. And so it came on, and I kind of stopped and was like looking to see, like, is anybody else, shocked or surprised, or is anyone else listening or picking up on the fact that this song is playing. And no one was paying attention. Everyone was just business as usual, like cleaning up and talking and mingling. And so I'm like, well, maybe I'm the only one that knows the song, understands it, or is even, tuned in to the music to just really be paying attention. Maybe it's just background noise for everyone else. But it kept on going, and I started to feel myself like catching the beat, but then I was like, this is wrong, it's not right. I'm in, this church gathering supposedly. Um so I was like, it's just time for me to go, because I was thoroughly perplexed and just not, my mind and my soul was saying one thing, but then the flesh was feeling the music, and I understood it, but I knew better. And I knew that that was not appropriate for me. I wasn't comfortable and okay with it. So, with that being said, I don't know what people's level of comfortability is with, mixing the worldly ways with things that are meant to glorify God. I can only tell you what, my walk with God is like, and what I'm comfortable with and not comfortable with. And that doesn't apply across the board, because if you paid attention and if you saw not just the video that I showed here from TikTok about what was going on, and the boots on the ground song, but other people had other videos about, that song and other things that happened there. And apparently there were at least thousands of women there who saw no problem with it. And so that goes back to, the title of this live, which I titled it, Everything Done in the Church Isn't God Approved. And so they weren't literally at the church with this. They were at the State Farm Arena, here in Atlanta. But it still goes back to, like I just said, the event I went to where they played Blow the Whistle. That was within the vicinity of the church. And so just because something is done in church doesn't mean it is God approved. And if you will watch the video that I did a while ago, it was called, the nastiness that takes place in church. And I'm going to put that link in the description. If you haven't watched that, you can watch that as well. A lot of gossip and just mean spirited people are sometimes at church, and that is definitely not God approved. And so when I talk about, the church and everything in the Bible, I don't ever want to be just one dimensional with things. Because so many times I feel like when people talk about sin, they like to say that one is worse, and this is not as bad. There's like levels to sinning or something, when wrong is wrong, sin is sin. And if we're going to demonize a person for doing this particular sin over here, then the sin of lying, stealing, greed, gluttony, pride, all those should get just as much attention as the rest of them, because all of them are, what God deems as, not being in alignment with his will and his word and how he wants to live wants us to live as followers of his word. And so when we try to just focus on one element instead of taking every part of God's word and applying it to our lives, and when you do it that way, there's enough blame and shame to go around. Nobody is going unscathed and what's the word I want to use? Demified. We everyone has sin. Ye without sin cast the first stone. Nobody is walking around here where they are just so righteous to where nobody, not even God, can condemn them. So I just wanted to hop on here and give my opinion and share what I thought. And I wanted to do it because everybody else was talking about it. So it's like, well, let me give my 2 cents. I got 2 cents I want to give. And I don't care. I don't know if any of you cared to hear it. Two of you are on here. So apparently my 2 cents mattered. Thank you for listening. But that was pretty much all I had. And again, I wasn't prepared. This is something I have been trying to do. And she did that conference August 2nd. So it was like a month ago. I am so late to the party. Everybody got on that weekend and was giving their 2 cents. And I had planned on doing it that Monday. Oh, I was out of town. I was traveling and stuff. And then when I tried to do it again, time had went past, and it's like, well, it's over with. Something salacious will come along again. I can jump on that bandwagon. But I was like, you know what? I still want to talk about it. So let me come on here. It's a way for me to make a live because I haven't done a video this week and I need to do one. And doing the live, I can go ahead and upload that quickly. Not as time consuming as me trying to put one together that's edited. And so I did that. And it's been so long since I did this, I kind of forgot how to use the live StreamYard stuff, but I'm figuring it out. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you all are having a good night. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. And be sure to check out the lives I've done previously. And I'm also going to leave the link for that video on church nastiness. That way, if you all haven't seen that, you can go and check that out as well. And I want you all to just have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you for watching. Take care. Stay safe. And God bless. Ah.